Thanks for staying with us. Joining us on the show is a Nigerian actress, Jemima Osunde. She will be discussing HPV, human papillomavirus infection. Welcome to the show, Jemima.
Thank you.
It's been a minute.
I know. At least a decade.
So, when I saw your name, the first thing is like, okay, what new work is she coming to showcase on television? And now I'm seeing HPV, and I'm wondering, why HPV? Why are you talking about it? And what do you think women don't know about HPV?
About HPV. Okay, first, good morning.
Good morning.
I love you all so much.
And you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And your hair is one
beautiful hair.
I just have to admire you.
Yes,
you
we
look
admire you.
So look at you. African beauty.
Yes.
African, all those wigs. It doesn't
work.
They don't wear them.
Well, some people will still wear wigs.
Once in a while, but I like my natural
Are you a Gen Z or
I'm a millennial. I skipped Gen Z by just 1 year.
What year?
96. I was born in 1996.
Okay. You are like on the cusp.
On the border,
Yeah, right on the border. Thank you
But she's
so much.
beautiful, and we appreciate her work. Let's move on to the topic of the day. HPV, please.
Yes, HPV. First, I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering, why is it an actress talking about HPV? But I also have a medical background. I have 3 degrees now. I just completed my 3rd one, which is a master's in public health. My 2nd degree is in physiotherapy. So I was at the College of Medicine in Baluth for 5 years. And my 1st was in clinical sciences. So I guess that sort of gives an explanation as to why I'm here talking about HPV. HPV, human papillomavirus, is a group of viruses. It's currently the 2nd most, it's responsible for 95% of cervical cancer diagnosis that we see. And based on the statistics now, we have at least 12,000 Nigerian women being diagnosed with cervical cancer every year. And the unfortunate part of the statistics is that 8,000 of the 12,000 women end up dying. And when you think about the fact that majority of these cervical cancers are caused by HPV, and HPV is largely detectable and preventable, then you realize that we need to talk about HPV because the goal is to keep Nigerian women alive. There are too many things killing Nigerian women, and cervical cancer is one of them. It's the 2nd most frequently occurring cancer amongst Nigerian women at the moment between the age of 15 and 44. And so when you consider the fact that the major cause of this is HPV, and it's so preventable, it's like, so why are we not talking more about it?
So yeah, you said it's preventable. How is it preventable? What do women, since it's a major cause of death for women, what do women need to do? How do they need to live? What awareness exactly? What's the cause of it that they need to have?
So we're talking now about 2 different things, right? Cervical cancer, which is killing a lot of Nigerian women. But now I'm saying one of the primary 95% of it is HPV. And the reason why HPV is such a big deal is because it's highly communicable. You literally just need skin-to-skin contact. So I can be sitting in a bus, a downfall, and the person beside me has it. And, the person might be asymptomatic. They might not present with any symptom. They might be living life feeling like they're healthy as a horse. I contract it, and I end up being in the unfortunate statistics of people that end up with high-risk cases.
How do you contract it?
Skin-to-skin contact. You don't even need to exchange body fluids, nothing. Skin-to-skin contact is enough to contract.
So it's not just sex.
So it's not just. People think that it's only, but it's not. I mean, it's one of the most popularly contracted STIs, but that's not the only way to contract HPV. And so that's why it's a major concern, because that's why it's so easily spread as well. People think you only need to do anything physical. No, you don't have to.
You're not a sinner before you get it.
You're not. You're not.
So, okay, to be fair, actually, we're hearing a lot about HPV vaccines.
Yes.
And for me, especially, they're asking our little girls as young as 10 years old, 9 years old to take this vaccine. And I'm worried, because I know the science of vaccines. Could you educate us and enlighten us on why it's important for a child that young to get vaccinated?
Okay, I'll start by endorsing it 10 toes down. The best age to give your child, your daughter, the HPV vaccine is between 9 and 14. And there's so many reasons why. The very obvious one is because we assume that those are the non-sexual ages. And since one of the predominant ways to contract it is sexually, you want to give the vaccine before they start to do anything of that nature, so that whatever is introduced to the body is ready to defend itself against it. But also because if I bring a 9-year-old girl who's vaccinated and I bring a 39-year-old woman who's vaccinated, there's a 30-year difference of exposure. This woman has had 33 whole more decades of possible and potential exposure to the virus over the 9-year-old girl. Now, if the goal is to protect the girl child and keep the women alive, it really shouldn't matter, you know, at what point, especially when your goal is, you know, long term. So I think the earlier the better applies here. Another thing is people are talking about, oh, they're young. The HPV vaccine is now on the official Nigerian vaccination roster. So the way you have polio vaccines, where there's vaccines you give the baby in the first year, in the first few months of life, it's tested and tried. Like, these vaccines are not new. They're not, HPV vaccine has been around for ages. It's not a 2025 vaccine. It's been around, and there's statistics to show that it is effective and it is trusted.
Are you sure it's not these Oyibo people that are bringing these things to us?
Ah.
Because our grandmothers survived without many of these
something must kill a man now.
Yeah, something has to kill a man. But don't you think we're the ones that are poking the bear to get out some of this?
Because if you ask Donald Trump now, Donald Trump will say, don't take it to.
Didn't you just hear them at the UN General Assembly?
Could you tell me, you have taken it?
I've taken it, and
okay.
I publicly posted. It's a funny thing because on my social media, they say that I'm a witch because I don't react to pain. Okay. So I post videos of myself getting my ears pierced or whatever. And so I posted for awareness, like, I'm getting my vaccine shot. Nobody focused on that. They were just like, how did the needle go in and you didn't scream? You're a witch, you're cultist, you're this.
So it just goes in
just funny. Yeah, it's
way?
a quick shot,
okay.
intramuscular.
Is it a one-in-a-lifetime vaccine, or
no,
is it
so
something you have
yes,
to
it's
take over
a,
time?
but some of it is multiple shots. So
Okay.
there's different types. There's Gardasil, which covers more strains. There's Severix. So it depends on which one you take. Now, I took Severix the first time, and that covers, it was 3 shots over a duration of about a year and a half. So you take the first shot, after a few months, the second. But there's single shots as well. It depends on which. So it's like saying you're taking paracetamol. There are different, you know that there's Emzor, there's different companies that produce, right? But it's the same vaccine. And some of it covers more strains of the virus. Like I said, HPV is not one strain of virus, it's a group of viruses. So whichever strain you contract is what could possibly lead to cervical cancer or a bunch of other types of cancers. So the vaccines are created to attack certain strains of the HPV.
Are there side effects? You know, we don't trust vaccine.
We don't trust you too because you don't
the COVID one we collect, we are hearing.
Did you take the COVID vaccine?
Yeah, I did. I even had COVID, so I didn't have to. But they said that.
We're all thinking that where people are dropping dead every second is
that
from
could
the
be
blood clot, and we are all thinking
but let's
it's the
use
COVID
ourselves
vaccine.
as the
And you know, we all took
examples.
the COVID vaccine, so some of us are just waiting. When is it my
Yeah,
turn?
I don't want to die.
No, but so far nothing has, like, that's how many of us here. Now, if we're going by statistics again, if all of us on this table have taken the vaccine and not one person can categorically say the vaccine caused me to have this.
We don't know now.
over
We have
time,
different things
but-
that we are exhibiting now.
No, but that's the thing. So
Different things.
HPV, the vaccine for HPV has been around for ages.
Yeah.
In America, they've been promoting and pushing the vaccine amongst women since about 2006.
I'm gonna ask
In
Donald
the
Trump.
United Kingdom, it's been since like 2008. And if you check it, in America, they've recorded a 62% decline in deaths of women from cervical cancer in the last decade, since more people started taking the vaccine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You have
Yes, I was going to cervical cancer screening.
Yeah.
How important is it, and how I think it's one of the ways to also help in protecting as well as preventing, right?
Yes.
Women from the cancer itself, or to catch the cancer on time.
The virus.
Yeah. So how important is it for women, and how often should they do it?
It's very important. Unlike malaria or a lot of other diseases, many people will have symptoms that will make you want to go get tested. Like, oh, I have a fever, you know, and the chills and whatnot. But like I said, with HPV, in a lot of cases, is asymptomatic. I could be sitting here with it and I'm perfectly okay. You won't be able to tell. So the only way to actually check and know if you have it is to get
because I hear there's also a
get
certain
screening.
age that a woman gets, I think from 45 and above, where they don't advise
They don't
her
bother.
take
Yeah,
with
because
the-
I mean,
you've already used up your
At that point, if you and the thing about HPV is there's no cure. So once a person is infected, you're infected, which is why we're pushing prevention. Because if we don't have a cure, but we can detect it and prevent it, then why not do that? So the most important things I would say about HPV is knowing that it is it's one of the most highly like infectious viral diseases in the world at large.
How long has it been around?
It's been
The
around.
vaccine,
The
not
vaccine
the-
itself, I don't want to give the wrong statistics, but I know that in America it's been used since 2006, as far back as
Okay,
2006.
because I know that my brother's daughter, they told him that she should come and she's 13, and my brother was like, and he asked me, I said that, what? Never. What is wrong with these people? So now I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, because when I was growing up, nobody told me about HPV vaccine.
Yeah.
I don't think when they were growing up, and I'm a totally different
It's a
generation
new thing, yeah.
to them.
You're a baby boomer, we know.
I don't think they were asked to take the
Yeah,
No,
no.
we
the
didn't hear
vaccine,
about
you know.
They're
So
hearing about in our 30s.
is this is a new? You said 2006, so it's quite new.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
So how far is the
So-
advocacy gone in certain areas in Nigeria?
Yeah, especially the Bella Niger Stop HPV.
Yes. I'm very
For
shout
her
out to
campaign.
Bella Niger because I personally believe it's a very important thing to educate people and spread the word. And you know the thing is there will always be some level of resistance, which I encourage, because if we're all just taking everything we're being told to take, then that might be dangerous. So I encourage that even if I like that there's questions, people are questioning things, do that and do research. Majority of what I'm saying right now is available on the internet, but speak to your own personal healthcare professional, speak to your doctor, speak to your gynecologist. Anyone in the medical field now or in women's health will encourage women to take the vaccine because we've seen the dangers of not taking it. And I definitely believe in pros and cons. I've seen women who have suffered different kinds of cancers that have been caused, because it's not just cervical cancer, it causes so many others. There's the vaginal one, there's anal cancer, it causes a bunch of things, even genital warts. And when you see women who are already living with the consequences of these diseases, you realize that, you know what, experience might not be the best teacher in this case.
Yeah.
I'm actually just not going to have to deal with that if I
yeah.
could make a decision of my own. And I strongly believe that the adults now need to take that decision wearing caps or hats, because the 9-year-old or 12-year-old or 13 or 14-year-old cannot make that decision on their own. So I'm actually encouraging the parents, mothers and fathers, to be the ones to do this research for themselves. By the time you do proper research and speak to your doctors, I think you should have a level of confidence that makes you make that decision to protect your daughter, your child. Because, like I said, the best ages to take it, I would say, between 9 and 14. Or generally between 9 and 26. They give the vaccine to women all the way up to the age of 45, which is because there's women who have done... You can still take it. You can still
So
take
if a woman takes it and she doesn't know she already has it,
Won't they test you before
So
you take
you
it?
do, before you take... The routine is to be screened before. So you would do a pap smear. Pap smears are usually done, I would say, from about the age of 18 to 20.
I hear that is scary.
Checks. It's not.
So for the 9-year-old, would there be a pap smear
It's
as well?
not. No,
Whatever,
it's not scary.
No, I do pap smear every 2 years.
It's not as scary as childbirth. Let me put it that way. You've gone through scarier things.
Pap smear is easy.
You've gone through scarier things for
So you're
sure.
due for pap smear.
Waiting
She's overdue for
You're overdue
it.
for something.
That means you haven't done a pap smear.
No, I haven't.
I'm
My
booking
grandmother
you
never
one.
did.
No. Our grandmother lived in it. Our grandmother lived in
different times.
different world. Different
Okay, please
world.
book me one. I
So I
will.
was going to ask, are there side
Please,
effects to
hospital.
any of these vaccines that you
your
know?
grandmother was a silent generation.
They were taught not to talk, Abby.
But also environmental factors, even the world we're living now. There's
Yeah,
so
the
many
food
things
that
they
we
will
eat
tell
these
you.
days.
Yes, I saw a post on Twitter last week or 2 weeks ago where people were chastising the person who posted it, where she had mentioned a certain medication that women use that is a risk factor to cancer. And she's not wrong, right? But it's also not like an alarming, scary situation, because if I give you a list of the things that are risk factors to cancer, at the moment, even the air we breathe could be a risk factor to cancer because of all the exhumes and the fumes we're taking in. So there's a wide range of things that could cause cancer. I can bring a smoker who's been smoking for the past decade and a young man who hasn't smoked. And the young man could have lung cancer, and the smoker. There's so many risk factors, genetically, environmentally. There's so many things, which is why it's like there's no one size fits all. But as many things as we're able to discover, or science is able to discover, and create avenues to prevent, I think we should get on it. You asked the question.
Yes, are there any side effects to any of the vaccines? You know, we talked about the various different types of the vaccines that you could take. So are there any side effects to them?
So there are no currently that we've seen widespread, very, like for me, when I took the shot, the only thing I noticed was my arm was a bit heavy for like a couple of hours, and then I had a fever. Because the vaccine, how vaccines work generally is they are introducing the virus to your body and prepping your building those antibodies, right? So I did feel slightly like sick. I had a fever, but nothing that was enough to ruin my day. I went to work, I carried on normally, just used some paracetamol and I was good. So you might feel that, but nothing enough to like be debilitating or render you non-functional.
And in the scheme of things, vaccines are always better than you coming down with the disease.
With the actual disease.
So on YouTube, they are loving you. They have started a no weekday.
They are their own. They are on their own.
Yes, we is saying the disease was around since forever. Or the days of our ancestors, it was known as evil forest disease. And they just love you. Jemima, thanks for the information. Hafsa says, but can Agbo work for it?
No.
Please take the vaccine.
What's the final word?
Andrew says you're a real beauty.
Thank you so much.
She truly is. I'm telling you guys, whatever you're seeing on TV is small.
Yes, compared to what to the show now.
All right.
You know, I did something that you now decide to wear this.
Why get your business, yo? With my full chest, I wore it. Jemima, please, what's the final message? Final word. Jemima, final word to women out there on HPV. What should they do? How do they find more information in terms of research, and just encourage them a bit more to get the vaccine?
My final word would be, everyone, prevention is better than cure. It's something we've all heard as Nigerians. And I feel like the person who coined it was really onto something. It breaks my heart to see women, Nigerian women in particular, because that's my primary area of concentration. It breaks my heart to see women die from something that is, like I said, easily detectable and largely preventable. If we can prevent this, then why are women still dying? We are aligned in maternal health, and we work together a lot on like women's health in Nigeria.
That's Nima.
And women, I know, we know where we're coming from. We've done things in the past, and one of the things that we see that's predominant is women are dying of very preventable things. Maternal death in Nigeria is at an all-time high, and we're attacking it from different angles. And one of it is from the angle of preventing HPV and the cancers that can arise from it. So I'm encouraging every woman watching this, do your research. I'm not saying just do it because Jemima said so. Do your research. If you're not confident yet just based on what I've said, please do your research. Read from verifiable websites, medical websites. I can put some out on my social media. I'll share as well with the beautiful ladies here so they can share and propagate. There's doctors you can speak to. If you follow the Bella Nigeria campaign, Stop HPV for Her, you see more medical professionals speaking up about it and explaining it. I would recommend that everyone, go get screened and get the vaccine, and also educate more people, because it's not just about protecting yourself. It's about protecting the next woman.
I think it's already working. Yeah. Someone is asking on YouTube if it's safe for pregnant women to take.
No, I would say, don't take it in pregnancy.
Bed first.
But
when you go to the hospital, they will advise us.
And also when you speak to you, exactly. That's why a lot of times it's better no matter what the general conversation is, always speak to your own doctor. Another thing is the vaccines are readily available in Nigeria. Yes. So in government-owned hospitals, you get the vaccine for free. Like I said, it has been added to our official list of routine vaccinations, just like the polio vaccine and all the other ones we give children. So if you go to any of the government-owned hospitals in Nigeria, across the nation, you get the vaccine for free. It's also available in private-owned medical facilities at a
I don't know if you started having a conversation about men taking this vaccine.
So the HPV vaccine right now is just for women.
Yeah. Because my last screening with my doctor, she was saying that this is a conversation that they're having, that sometimes, maybe now, we have to start thinking about men.
Yeah,
because they are the givers.
But that's why we need to protect ourselves, right? Because the apparent givers are mostly good to go. We're the ones who live with the consequences.
So the receiving end.
Better
Thank you
to protect
so
ourselves.
much, Jemima,
Thank you
for
for
sharing
having
with
me.
us today. And this is highly informative. I'll advise that many people go out there and do research so that they can make a decision. I have 2 daughters, so I'm considering, okay, maybe they should do first while I'm thinking about my forefathers and my foremothers. I don't pass.
Submit to your grandmothers. Forget it.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions on the show today. No, thank you to YK for calling me out of my wigs. We'll continue this fight after the show. So join us live on
So you're using me as your
I'm going live. Join us live on Instagram. I'm going to continue this fight with YK after the show. Thank you so much. That's all we can take. We wish you a beautiful remaining part of your day. We'll see you again tomorrow for another beautiful episode. Bye-bye now.
Bye.